Welcome to freedomlovin.com, where we focus on building freedom in an unfree world. Through personal development, location independence, and passive income strategies. Now here's your host, Kevin Koskela.
Welcome to Freedom Lovin'. This is Kevin, and this is episode number 41. And today I'm going to be talking about the idea of a location-independent blueprint. And I have a plan that I'm going to be going through. I just wrote a blog post, actually, talking about my plan, which is to spend the next 12 months building 6 businesses and living in 3 different locations. So that's something that I came up with based on a blog post I read from Sean Ogle, and he talked about 10 businesses that you can start immediately and become location independent. So I'll put a link to that post in the show. It's pretty interesting because some of the businesses I've already done. I mean, I do it within the internet businesses that I run, and I just haven't expanded it out and made it into a business like SEO, for example, search engine optimization. I've done that for several websites, but I've never done it as a business. And so I'll go ahead and read the blog post that I wrote, and then I'll comment on that a little bit. 12 months, 6 businesses, 3 locations. Change is in the air. There was a lot of talk on this blog and many other places about becoming, quote, location independent, meaning you can live anywhere in the world and still make income. I lay out the case for a perfect business in this post called The 12 Essentials to Claiming Your Freedom. Many people have achieved this level of freedom, but it seems impossible to most. Where do you even start? How can you possibly make enough online to travel constantly and not have to check in somewhere? I have been able to achieve location independence, and I want to show some ways to do this from a reality-based viewpoint. This is why I'm setting out over the next 12 months on a quest to start 6 businesses from 3 different locations. So it's going to be about 1 business every 2 months. These will be web-based businesses. They won't require much or any money to start. I will have to learn new skills and quickly find the right people to help, as I will only have 2 months or so to make things happen. Some examples I have in mind, and again, I took some from the Sean Ogle blog post, are 1, SEO writer, 2, SEO specialist, 3, copywriter, 4, info product creator, 5, pay-per-click and Facebook ad consultant, 6, day trader or affiliate marketer. And on the last one, I'm definitely leaning towards affiliate marketer. I just got an interest in day trading recently, talking to my brother-in-law about some of the things that he's doing that sound kind of interesting and fun. But that would probably require a lot more than 2 months to really start. It's possible that I could get something going within 2 months, but I think I might be better off doing affiliate marketing, which I know a lot about and have done some. So that's something I could probably make work pretty quickly. So the rest of the post continues. These businesses are subject to change, but once I start one, I will see it through for 60 days before I move on to the next. And I'm saying about 60 days, so it's not hard and fast that it has to be 2 months, but that's about what I'll be doing. Definitely will be doing the 6 different businesses. The locations will change. Right before writing this post, I found out that I will have to leave my apartment in San Diego on May 12th, which is just 11 days from now. And from the time of this recording, it's actually just 10 days from now. So I don't have much time. So when I decide where I'm going to be next, likely Austin, Texas, I will officially start business number 1. And throughout the course of the next 12 months, I will be living in 2 more locations. I haven't picked those locations yet. 1 or both might be outside of the U.S. And what I'm thinking is that I'm looking at apartments right now in Austin, and it looks like I can find a lot of apartments that are available from like mid-May to maybe the beginning of August or middle of August. So that's the kind of thing I'm looking at. And then after that, I do want to get to Eastern Europe, so it's on the list. It's on the short list, but I don't know. I may be dying to go back to San Diego. I may want to go somewhere else. I don't know yet, but I'll kind of be figuring that out, and I'd love to get any input on that as well. So I don't have much of a time frame on how long I will spend in each place, but I will commit to a minimum of 1 month in each place. For example, if I only stay a month in the first 2 places, I will be at the last one for 10 months. Most likely I will stay longer so that my stays will be even and not heavily weighted on one location. I will commit to working on my location-independent business a minimum of 2 hours a day. The business will be in addition to what I already have going on with my current web properties. So why I'm doing this? 1, adventure. I've grown to really like business and I'm always in love with travel. This will satisfy both needs. 2, forming a location-independent blueprint. I like reading about location independence and talking about it, but this is a chance for me to walk the talk. I want to show how this can be done and will be transparent as possible about the process, the struggles, the victories, and the income or lack thereof. I will be revealing the ups and downs of being location independent, including the challenges of loneliness, dating, finding housing, and solid Wi-Fi. Also, the first world problem of trying to get shit done while having travel adventures. 3, connections. By having to get outside my comfort zone with some of this stuff, I will be forced to make more connections in the business world. 4, chicks. I think this will get me chicks. Haha. 5, having a purpose to my travels. When I show up to a new location, I will have to hustle a bit. I only have 2 months per business and will need to get off the blocks quickly and make things happen. No dicking around with housing. I need to find something quickly that will work and just take it. 6, learning new skills. Each business will force me to learn all kinds of new skills and keep me up on the latest in marketing. 7, put freedomlovin.com on the map. I'm grateful for the hundreds of listeners I have to the podcast, but most are not making their way over to the site currently. I want to encourage this and create a solid Freedom Lovin' community. Now, what I'm expecting. I'm expecting to make $1 million. No, actually, my goals are much lower than that. I want to be profitable with each business within a couple of weeks. I will no doubt have expenses, but can't go crazy or I will be doomed to lose money. I'm aiming to learn and grow and come out the other end a better, more well-rounded person, as well as a better businessman. If 100 new people are following my blog and I made $100, I won't be disappointed. Much better if it's 10,000 new people and $10,000. All the fun starts on May 15th, 2014, from a location to be determined. 12 months, 6 businesses, 3 locations. What do you think? What would make this epic for you? So I would love to hear your feedback. If you can make your way over to the blog, freedomlovin.com, and just post a comment on either this blog post or the one that I did for the one that I just read. So that would be awesome. And I'm really looking forward to connecting with more people, especially the listeners to this show, about what they're looking to do and how this might help. So this isn't just to say, look at me, look at me traveling all over the world and look how much fun I'm having and all that. I actually want to be really transparent because a lot of this stuff is actually pretty hard, and I want to be able to help people that have similar goals to create more freedom in their life. So I will be, as honest as I can. I'll be doing some videos, and I don't know how successful this will be. I don't even really expect to make much money. That's the bottom line, is I don't think that this huge financial gain is the goal here. And it's possible that some of the businesses that I do will just be flat and not make anything. But the thing about what I'm doing is that I do already have a couple of websites that are profitable and making me income. And I'll be working on those as well. I'm not dropping anything by doing this. I'm just squeezing more out of my days and working on the new stuff. So, and I'm hoping to show that it is possible, that you can start a business in 2 months and start making a little bit of money. So for the most part, as far as my goals, I think that if I can do, something where the business is up and running in a couple weeks, and then within 2 months I've got my first client or I've got my first sale, whatever the business is, I think that's doable. I think that is possible. And then, that may end up being that I only made $10 for 2 months on that business, but I'm not struggling to survive because I've got my other businesses that are already going that are making money. So in that case, it's a little different than someone that was just starting out fresh and new and just hit the road and started doing one of these businesses, because I've got kind of a safety net. But at the same time, if I focused on one of these businesses for 12 months, I'm sure that I could make it work within definitely within a few months. So that's something to keep in mind with this. And some of the objections, so I put this out there a little bit. I've thrown it out there on the Dynamite Circle forums, and I put it out on my Facebook and asked for feedback. And most people just said, yeah, sounds awesome. Go for it. I can't wait to follow you, see what happens. And that's great. I like the encouragement. I think I've only had really maybe a couple objections. The one was, I don't think it will work. And that's what I just kind of was throwing out there, is that what does work mean? What does working mean? Does it mean that within 2 months I have to come up with something that's going to make me $1,000 a month? Or does it mean that I just get the business going, learn some skills, and network, meet the right people in that kind of area, and then move on to the next thing? That's something that I don't know yet. But I think no matter what, it will work. Whether I make $1 in a year or not, I'm definitely going to have to sharpen my skills, and I think that will help me with my current businesses either way, especially with like the SEO stuff and the pay-per-click advertising. That is something that will definitely help me with whatever I'm doing, because I'm committed to online business. So at the end of the year, I will better off either way, I think, unless I don't know. I can't think of huge downsides here. But another one is, one of the objections that I keep coming up with in my head is the whole thing might fail and I'll have to scrap the plan. So if that happens, like let's say that I just am finding, okay, I'm on my third business or something and nothing is happening. Like I'm just not able to get anything going, and it's just I can't show anyone anything valuable, and it just seems like a waste of time, and I got to scrap it. Well, that would suck, and I would be really disappointed. But at the same time, I didn't really lose anything. I kind of went out on a destiny, I kind of went out on this journey, and it didn't work, but hey, I tried it, and I didn't really lose much. So I'm not too worried about that, because I think that either way, it's going to be a fun journey. And the other one is I'm spreading myself too thin. That's possible. I'm kind of saying with these businesses that I'm going to work 10 hours a week on each one. I'm going to be working 10 hours a week on these, and then plus I have my other work. I think that's a good amount of time to spend on them. I don't think I really need to do much more than that. So I may find that I do, or maybe I find that I can do it in less time. So I don't know. But I'm not seeing that I'm spreading myself too thin, because I definitely feel like I can squeeze a couple more hours out of every day at this point. So definitely I think this will get me. In fact, I expect that it might even get me more organized, because I'll have to commit to 2 hours every day. So I'll probably, what I'll do is I'll schedule them in. I'll put them in my schedule. So I'm not, it's like maybe between 3 and 5, this is what I'm doing, or whatever the time is. And, that's something that could go either way. Maybe I will find that it's too much. It's overwhelming. But that's a lesson to be learned. So the fourth thing is that, and this is one that I kind of bring on myself more than I've heard from anyone else, is that I should settle down. So there's a couple of problems I have with that statement, and even though it's going through my brain, is that one is the should. Who says that I should? Does the society say that? Does do my friends say that? Does my family say that? Who's saying that I should? It's kind of this thing that's just kind of in the back of my head, like, oh, you're getting older. What are you doing? You're bouncing all over the place. You're not creating anything. You're not creating any kind of life. It's sort of just disjointed and bouncing from one place to the other. And I think that's kind of more the fear that's coming out, because I really want to do this, but I feel a little bit held back. So I've been looking at apartments just the last couple of days on Craigslist in Austin, and I've got a lot of fear about this. I've been in San Diego now. Well, it's been about 6 months straight, and that's kind of a long time. And so I've kind of just settled into this comfort zone, and I like it. I'm not unhappy at all here, but at the same time, I feel like I haven't maximized my potential here. So now I'm off to somewhere else. But I picked Austin first because I lived there at one point. So it's semi-new, but it's, I've got some familiarity with it. It's not totally brand new where I have to start completely over. I know some people there. I've got a couple friends, and I know some people here in San Diego that are actually moving to Austin. So it's kind of a comfortable way to start, where I'm not just freaking myself out, or I have to be somewhere with another language and just start completely all over. But that may happen on the next city, so I'm not really sure yet. But that's my thought process. But I definitely have a lot of fear involved in this, and I'm breaking through that. I haven't quite got to the point where I've 100% committed to going to Austin, but I only have, like I said, like 9 more days left before I have to leave my place that I'm in now, and I don't have anything lined up. So I need to figure that out pretty quickly here. So that's on the table, and I most likely will go to Austin, but there's still a chance that I would stay and start in San Diego and then figure out my other 2 locations later. That's about it. That's about all I had for this show. Would love to hear your feedback either on this podcast or this new endeavor that I'm taking on. It is about 95 degrees today in San Diego, so I'm getting a taste of the Texas weather that I will be soon experiencing if that's the direction that I head. But it's supposed to cool down this weekend, and yeah, I hope you are having a great time wherever you are. And by the time this podcast comes out, I will only have a couple days or a few days left before I take off. And then you should start seeing some blog posts coming out about this next week, starting next week, late next week. So anyway, I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Have a great week, and go out there and build some freedom. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Freedom 11 podcast. If you like this show, please go to iTunes and give us a rating and review, and I'll go ahead and read that on the next show. And today I'm going to carry it out with a tune by Iron Maiden called The Klansman. And if you listen to the lyrics, you'll know why this is a great song for this show. Take care.
What is mine?